Since I can remember, I've always had anxiety.
The challenges that I go through are continuous. They never go away.
Everyone has a little anxiety or nervousness to them. It's human nature.
You see, ever since I was young, I've had issues with mental health. I grew up with severe anger issues, depression, and anxiety. I've come a long way from the start.
These past 2 years, it just got worse. My life was what a normal teenage girl's life was supposed to be, except I grew up with a lot of domestic violence. I was on the verge of turning 15 when I found out I was pregnant.
Sometimes it's struggling financially and watching my mom have to hustle for everything by herself. And her going to sleep sometimes hungry because she's making sure her kids eat. I want to go help my family, but I'm told to be a student.
My main coping mechanism was being on my iPad all day and night, shutting out the world, family and friends, hardly getting any sleep. This would let me in trouble constantly, triggering my anger issues daily. Being bullied at school and arguing with my parents would just set me off. Guys often looked at me as a girl for being gay, and I wouldn't fit in with most people. This led me to becoming suicidal.
I was so anxious when I moved to a new town, new school, new friends, new life altogether. I had never lived somewhere other than the place I used to live, where most of the traumatic events happened in my life. So moving up here to have a better life was a huge change. The anxiety overwhelmed me. It was hard to get off the bus some mornings because I was so scared and anxious to walk in to see what I had to get used to.
When I gave birth, I decided to move in with my baby's dad. At some point, he started to become more and more aggressive, and that's when I realized I wasn't okay. I go to school from 8 to 3, and it's hard to focus when all I can think about is my ex-boyfriend and my daughter and school and my dad. My life feels like such a mess sometimes.
Eventually, I just had to go to the mental hospital. The hospital did help me to learn to control my anger issues after a lot of self-reflection. High school began, and finally I learned how to be myself and free.
Though I'm in a great place nowadays, and way better than I mentally was, I'm still anxious. I still struggle with anxiety and depression, even when my days are good. It's a cycle of good and bad.
One way to overcome challenges like this, you stay with your family, you pick each other up, let each other know you love each other, and that every storm shall pass.
I wanted everything to end, and I was lost, but I found help at school. They helped me see a therapist, and I feel so much better. I understand it. I am a mom.
I will always struggle with not knowing things, or what comes next in life. But I will always remember to take one step at a time, and to fully understand and be able to pace myself through the hardships of life.
I'm thankful now that I'm surrounded by people and family that help me, and I have hope.
We're all human beings, so let's show each other some love and respect. Know that we can be here for each other, no matter the race, sexual orientation, religion, but just as human beings.
This is not my story.
This is not my story.
This isn't my story.
But it could be.